Happy, 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 happy Monday. The day before House, or the night before House of Flame and Shadow come out. And you get it. You guessed it. If you guessed that this is going to be a reading vlog, this is just the intro. There will be spoilers for this series and other series. So if you have not read anything in the Throne of Glass, anything in a Court of Throne of Roses series or Crescent City, then bye and come back later. Because everything. The only thing that won't be spoiled is book 3, because I don't know. Well, it will be spoiled, but not yet. But this section right here is going to be all spoilers. So, yes, because I'm going to do my this is the intro, and then I'll be back, and I'm going to talk about what I'm hoping might happen and what I'm hoping won't happen. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, what happened in the book I'm currently rereading. Yeah, I have a little over 100 pages to go. So I'm going to be finishing that tomorrow while I'm waiting for my copy to get here. But here's the beautiful here's the book. And I'll be back in a minute. So stay tuned. All right, I am back. So, what was I going to say? Okay, so, again, spoilers. So, for all the books. So, yeah. So, what do we know so far? We know that the what do you call it? The wolf or whatever she is that Ethan saved or tried to save, that he met. You know what I'm talking about. We know that she's the last I don't know how you say that name, heir. So, do you think that she could wind up being Ethan's mate? There has to be a reason why he's so attached to her. Why he. So I'm curious about that. I wouldn't mind. I love Ethan. So I'd be super excited. What else do we know? We know that Farah was trying to go to hell, or whatever you want to call it, and instead she landed in Perithian. And she saw Azrael, how do you say his name? And she saw, I forget the girl's name, but the one that's like been around forever. And of course she saw, I don't know if she saw Farah or Nessa, maybe Nessa, I'm not sure. But we know she also saw Reeson. We know that Roan and Hunt and I forget the guy's name were all captured. Yeah. And now Bryce has to figure a way to get back to Hunt and everybody else to save them. We know from Sarah that Rune is going to be in for a lot of hurt. A lot of bad things are going to happen to him in this book. Are him and the Hind not going to be, Lynn, or how you say her name, not going to be a couple now? Sarah did release the prologue and the first chapter on her channel, and it showed her her saying something about grab the chain or grab something. I can't remember what it was. She was trying to get Sorry, I got distracted. She was trying to get Rune, how do you say his name? I always say his name wrong. Rune to talk to her, and he wouldn't. And she was like, okay, or that's how it's going to be, or something along those lines. And then she said whatever she said to Grab. So I don't know, like, how are they going to come back if she's the one that tortures him? I know that she can't, like if she tries to save him, that's breaking her cover, and she can't do that. So what's going to happen? Are they not going to be in game? Are they going to be in game? I really like her. I love, that was like one of my favorite parts of this book, day and night. I love when she was telling him the story and stuff in this book. So I would really love for them to get together, but I don't know how, if she's going to be the one that tortures him. And we also saw in that was the prologue, and then in the first chapter, excuse me, we saw that her talking to the group, and they saw, I think, the mark or something on her, and Azrael said something about, like, something, explain this, or how do you explain this, or something like this, whatever the words exactly were, or I'll kill you, or basically that's what he said. So, yeah, but we know that they're gonna help her, she ain't gonna die, that, yeah. So, what else happened? Of course, all that stuff with finding out, like, that whatever that thing is eats them, or whatever you want to call it, for their energy or something. I can't remember. I can't remember, but their essence, basically. I'm still rereading this, so I can't remember exactly what it's called. But we found out about that before they were captured. Yeah. So, Theron, what was it that he did? He did something. I'm blanking on what it is right now. But he traded his title or something, or he became something. I can't remember what it's called, but he did something. I can't remember, like I said. But yeah, that's all I can really think of right now. Do you think anybody's gonna die? If you do, who do you think it's gonna be? I've heard theories that people think that Hunt and Bryce are gonna die. I don't know if that's the case. Do you think anybody from Throne of Glass is gonna come over? Since she brought people, since she took Bryce, there. Do you think that she might leave there and window, or whatever you want to call it, to Throne of Glass, or maybe Throne of Glass will come to them somehow? It does have dragons in House of. Why am I always blanking on the name of this book? House of Flame and Shadow. Yeah. We know there's dragons in there, and Manon has a dragon. Could they come over here? And if they come, will Dorian come with them? I don't know. I'm hoping, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I can't think of what else. I really don't know what else is going to happen. I'm not good at theories, and, I'm trying so hard to figure out, like, things that could point to certain things. Like, people are getting all these theories, and they're coming up with things because of what they read in this book, and I'm like, I'm reading this, but I don't know. Oh, Viper Queen. He becomes engaged, or he becomes something to the Viper Queen? Because isn't the other lady called something else? I can't remember what she's called. What is the lady called? I don't know. But anyways. Oh, how about the dragons? I mean, the characters that they saved. The ones that look like, I can't remember her name, but the one that dies in Crescent City 1. The cute one. The Spirit. How do you say her? What she is? I forget her name, but the one that sacrificed herself, that I was so sad, I cried. But anyways, those, do you think that they're going to come back? They, her, him, those three, and that Airy something, but Flynn calls her Airy. Um, yeah, like all of them took off, or at least she took off. Oh, do you think that she could be Flynn, or how you say his name's mate? Do you think she's gonna come back and play a part? Yeah. But that's all I really have right now. If anything else comes to me, we will do it. We'll talk about it as the book goes, the book goes on. That is it for right now. I'll be back tomorrow once I get the book to show it to you guys. And then, like, when I get to a certain point, I will update you guys. I'm going to try to go to page 100 without updating, but if something happens within those 100 pages and I need to talk about it, I will. Like, when the first section is done, I'll probably, like, in that part, not in the video, but, like, just, like, say, end of book, or end of part 1, beginning of part 2, or something like that. I'll do something like that. That way, as you're watching the video, if you, like, read the first section of the book, the first, part, then you can watch up until that video, and then pause it until you get to the next one, or so on. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do, like, section 1, section 2, whatever, or book 1, or however they part it. They do it after each one. And, yeah. That's all I can think of right now. Like I said, if anything else pops up, I will talk about it then. But that is it. I will talk to you guys when I get the books, hopefully sometime tomorrow. Bye. Hi, everybody. Happy CC3 day or evening. Finally, my book got here. I have another copy coming tomorrow. But I have 2 books in here. I have Flaming Shadow, and I also have a different book. So I figured I'll show you both of the books, even though this is a vlog for Flaming Shadow. And I got a whole bunch of cute... I have some other books, too, that I got today, but I'm not going to show those. I'll show those probably in a regular reading vlog in a few days, when I start my February one. Okay, first is the one that's not Saturday Mass. I got this Catherine Harbor one. It's called The Dark Fable. It says it's magic, mayhem, and murder. Pretty blue. Well, I know is this. That it has to do with a heist. Sorry if I'm not looking the best. I have not been feeling good, and I've been sleeping most of the day. Okay, so it says, "Come along for the ride, if you dare." I'm not going to read any more to that. I'll just read to you what it says in the back. "We are the Dark Fable. We are the spirits of revolution and revenge. We are the thorn in your side, the bitter in your cup. We are the ink spilled over the stories of tyrants." This is what we're waiting for. So God, look how heavy it is. Oh, this thing is big. This thing is heavy. Like, look how heavy. It's very beautiful in person. It's a lot more beautiful in person. I thought it looks like the colors look different when you looking at it online. My gosh, I just love this all the time when it's like that. It's so beautiful. I'm trying to get this part in there, but it's kind of hard where it's sitting. Look at the sun's thingy. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to start this today. I mean, I actually did start it because I did download the ebook, but I'm not that far. So I'm going to restart it. Of course, we got the map. It starts out with the hind knelt before her undying master and contemplated how it would feel to tear out their throats. How many pages are in here altogether? Let's find out together. Without spoiling ourselves, don't look up the end. Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look. Look down at the bottom. Don't look at the top. 835 pages. It's a big baby. I do know that Sarah did say that it ended. She's going to do at least one more book, but she said it will be a while. So this one ended in a way that, you know, that you're fine with how it ends. You know what I mean? So like a wrap up, even though there's going to be another one at least. But she said there's like 3, I think, other books that she's coming out with before that. And of course, the next book that will be out is the next one in the A Court of Thorn and Roses series. So I'm super excited. But yeah, I really like this. I'll show you guys all the beautiful bookmarks I got. It came with... She also gave me some stickers, and she gave me this really cute... She gave me a bookmark, you guys, that that I didn't even ask for. I didn't even buy. I mean, probably reading smut is one of the stickers. We got smutty vibes. We got dark romance. And then a stack of, a book open with flowers. Are they supposed to be dead? I don't know if they're dead or what. And then the name of the shop, which is the Bookish Relics. I want you guys to see the code because she gave me a code and I don't want somebody using it. Yep. I can use it as a bookmark. So I got, this one says, I like my books spicy and my men icy. I'm really into hockey lately. Books. This one says, in my hockey romance era. This one says, you had me at hockey romance. This one says, screw Prince Charming. Give me a fictional hockey player. I'll probably show these in my regular reading vlog too, because some people aren't going to want to watch this spoiler one. Because, you know, a spoiler. This is my emotional support smut book. Don't judge me by my book covers. I like my book boyfriends dark and brooding. Just a slut for some smut. Hope I don't get what you call for saying that word. Death by TBR. I love the things. The tassels. That's the word I was thinking of. Came for the hero but stayed for the villain. And then the other one that I bought, it says, place me in the smutty scenes. And then the one that she made me, that I didn't ask for. Well, I actually asked her. My thing was, I was like, is there a way that you can put this on a back of one of the other bookmarks? And she said she couldn't do it on the back. So she just made me a bookmark. It didn't charge me. It has my channel's name. The Chatty Bookworm. Isn't that adorable? I was so like, oh my gosh. That was the sweetest thing. So, yes. hopefully I can read a little bit tonight and update you guys a little bit. I'll let you guys know. I'm so tired. I'm a mess, you guys. I'm a mess. So we will see. I'm hoping to, because when I read the 80, 58, I forget how many pages I was in. How many pages I read. I'll tell you. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a mess. I was on page 55 and I don't remember anything of what happened. The only thing I remember is that Theron, or how do you say his name, has to fight for the, what is she called? The River Queen? Whatever she's called? Viper Queen? What is she called? No. River Queen? I don't know. And they have Bryce like in a room by herself, almost like a cell, I guess. Because she ain't telling them what's going on. They know she's lying. And they don't know why she's lying, but they don't think it's a good reason. I mean, they don't trust her because of that. So, yeah. And then, that's about it. Besides what I talked about yesterday with the Hein and stuff. I know that somehow them two are going to get together, or at least have feelings for her. Still like each other at the end, I think, unless one of them dies. If Room dies, I'd be pissed. So he better not die. Okay. I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys later. This is going to be a very long reading vlog. So, like I said, make sure you guys have plenty to drink if you're going to watch this whole thing. And I'll be back later. Bye. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Sorry if I'm, like, making little weird faces. I don't know what's going on with my body, but this whole side, especially in here, and down, and here, well, you can't see it, but here, yeah, this is better. This part here, in my elbow area, it's like hurting. So I'm in a lot of pain right now. Like, it's hard to read. Because right now I'm reading a different Sarah J. Maas book, Burn Glass. Trying to finish this before the end of the night, but I don't know if it's going to happen because of my body. This little thing is giving me, like, hard to hold. Can you imagine how this is hurting me when I try to pick it up? Sorry if it's a little loud. Robin's playing on her iPad. But, I didn't get very far before I went to bed last night, but I did get to chapter 9, page 105. I'm trying to think what I could tell you guys that happened so far. We found out Therian, however you say his name, is a fighter in the river. I forget what her name is. The river. What is that? What is her name? The Viper Queen? What's her name? The Viper Queen? I'll tell you guys in a minute. Let me see. I'm a mess. Let me find it. Let's see. No, that's the Astari. Therian. Let's see. The Viper Queen. I was right. Okay, it is the Viper Queen. And he's addicted to her. What is this called? Sorry, I'm wearing my new glasses. Or they're not new. I've had them for a while, but I never wear them. Let me see. What is the name of that is in her that makes him, that he's like addicted to? Let's see. It's some kind of something in her body. Let's see. He wasn't a slave, though he'd been stupid and desperate enough to offer himself as such to her. But instead, she offered him something nearly as bad, the venom only she could produce. So it's a venom that only she could produce. And he's like addicted to that, and yeah. So that's about what's going on there. We know that Ari, I don't know how you say her name, but everybody calls her Ari or something like that. She's also a fighter, and she's the one that was that escaped in the second book. The three, I thought all of them escaped, but it was just her. I don't know why I was thinking all her and the three other ones that were slaves to that one. They all, I thought for some reason all of them took off, but it was just, like I said, just her. But she's with the Viper Queen. Therian is with the Viper Queen. And at the beginning of the book, like Ethan, Mark, Sirigan, how do you say her name? The last heir of the whatever their name is. I can't think of their name right now, but she's the last heir. She's with like Ethan, like I said, Mark, Flynn, and what's the other one's name? Flynn and I can't think of his freaking name. And the other one that's friends with Rune and them. But anyways, they're all together, and they were gonna go and save Therian. Try to save Therian, for Therian could help them try to help break out Hunt, Rune, and the guy not Paxian. Is his name Paxian? No. Is it Paxian? I can't remember his name. Saxon? No. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. I'm so bad at remembering names. Like, really, really bad. But anyways, the other one that got captured as well. And they were running, and Flynn, I think it was, one of the guys accidentally, like, killed, even though she can't really die, but kind of killed her for right now, or hurt her bad enough. Sabin, or whatever that lady's name is. Anyways, and then they got captured by the Viper Queen, and then they were getting ready to try to escape, and then, what's her name? Not the Harpy. She got killed. Linda, the Hind? She was like, something about if you open this door or something like that, then Hunt will die or something like that. Yeah. So that's what's going on there, and then they put Bryce in like a little prison type thing, and she went under the water to get out over there in Prithian, and now her and Nessa found her, and now her and Nessa are together. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. But this is what she said. What the Hind says. You open that door, and Prince Rune dies. Not Hunt. Rune. So, and of course, Hunt, Rune, and the other guy that I'm blanking his name again. They're all being tortured. Like, Hunt keeps getting his wings cut off again, and so did the other guy. I can't think of his name. And they do other things to him because they can't die. I think the only way, if I remember correctly, the only way they can die was it getting their heads chopped off or something like that, I think. That's their only, like, true death. So, yes. So they could torture them, they can chop off certain things, and they'll grow back, and, all that kind of stuff. So they are really being tortured. And that's about it. So that's what's been going on in that's what's going on in the 108 pages that I read. I don't know if I'm going to pick this up today, like I said, because I'm trying to finish Throne of Glass. If I do read more, I'll let you know, but I'm probably going to read excuse me, probably going to read at least 100, 150 pages before I update you again. So, yeah, probably sometime tomorrow when I update you. But I'm trying to remember what page starts part 2, because when I get to part 2, I will put I'll put the name, and then after I update you for the end of part 1. Let's see, I'll tell you. It tells you on here when you get to the search. Part 2 is called The Search, and that starts on page 269. So, unless something like really crazy happens, I'm probably not going to update you until we get right before I start part 2, which is The Search. And that, like I said, starts on chapter 20. Wait, part 2 starts on 269. And then I think there's 3 parts. I don't think there's more than 3 parts. Part 3 is The Ascent, and that starts on 579. Does that go until the end? Let's see. Yep. And altogether, there's 102 chapters. And then we get the acknowledgement at 8:37. So, all right. I will be back either tonight or probably tomorrow, like I said, because even if I start reading more this tonight, I'm not going to get to part 2 before sometime tomorrow. So, yeah. But I'm going to let you guys go. I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you. Bye! Hi, everybody. Happy Friday night. It's almost Saturday. Sorry I haven't updated you guys, but I haven't really read until today a lot. So, this book, oh my God, something just happened. Can we talk about that first? Oh my gosh. So, Ethan, in order to get out and take Theron with him as well, because I can tell you they got, like, at the end of the last time I updated you, that they were taken to the Viper Queen. Anyway, she said, you have to fight one fight, and then if you fight, I will let you all go. And he had to wind up having to fight the last, how do you say her name? The last, the one that starts with the F. Air? I forget what her name is. What is her name again? Sigrid? How do you say her name? Anyways, he had to wind up having to fight her, and she, like, they were fighting, and he was trying to defend himself, and she turned a certain way, and he accidentally killed her. Oh my gosh, poor Ethan, it says right here. It says, Ethan saw it in slow motion as watching someone else, another wolf, caught in this ring. One moment, Sigrid was dodging him so swift he didn't have time to pull the punch. The next she went still, eyes wide with shock and pain. His claws hadn't gone through her shoulder. They punched straight through her throat. Because he was trying to get her on the shoulder, because she was still going for the fight, and because it was to the death, and so, her alpha, how alphas don't want to lose, so she was actually, like, what you call it, so he had no choice, he had to defend himself. Poor Ethan, it's gonna tear him up. But we're learning about, what are they called, the harp, and all that stuff, the harp, what is all the different, oh my gosh, the harp, the mask, all those different things from A Court of Roses, A Court of Silver Flame book, the Nesta and what you call this book, and what, I forget his name. He's my favorite one. Why am I blanking on his name? And my son, not my son, my great nephew was named after him. My niece Kayla, Cassian, that's his name. She named her son Cassian because she loves Cassian from the books. So, anyways, yeah. So we learned about that stuff. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to spoil everything. But yeah, we find out like how that came to be. We're finding out about, what is her name again? Tella, T-H, how do you spell her name? T-H-E-L-I-A or something like that. We learned about her. Like, we're finding out so much stuff. Yeah. I'll read to you a little bit of what it says. It says, let me find one that I want to read. I don't want to read all of it. Okay. I'll talk to you a little bit about what he said. Okay. We learn more about like truth teller, no, the dagger truth teller, or whatever it's called, or whatever it is. We find out more about truth teller, Gwendon, I forget how you say that word. Gwyd. I can't tell what those last three words. Something O-N. And then they're talking about Starlight. Yeah. And we're learning more about how Pelis, how you say his name? P-L-I-S. We're learning more about him in this book. But yeah, we found out that Tia, how do you say her name? Thea, took the trove for herself. So she had the harp, the horn, the mask, and the crown on top of her head. And then she stole the throve. Like, come on, like all this crazy stuff went down. The person that's telling them this is Silence. They went into like this, and I'm not sure what it was, through a door. Yeah, her, Nesta and Azriel, how do you say his name? So yeah, like yeah, and then what you call it? Roomlet. What's his name? I can't think of his name. He asked Hunt to do it, but Hunt couldn't do it. So the other guy volunteered to do it. Had him eat his hand. Cut out. Oh, it's so gross. And they got caught because they're trying to escape, and they walked in. I mean, the bad guy. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Walked in. Oh my gosh. And they're trying to bring oh god, what is her name back? That one girl back that was killed in the last book. That Linda, Harpy. Yeah, they're trying to bring her back. So that's what's been going on. I'm skipping a lot, but I don't want to spoil everything. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow. I'm almost to part 2. Like I said, I'm on page 214, if I didn't tell you, and it is part 1 ends on 268. So I am almost there, you guys. Once I get to part 2, I'll update you guys a little bit more. I tell you, this is probably going to be a couple hours, this video. So be prepared. Be prepared. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I had trouble sleeping, so I read a lot more. I think I started on 156. I mean, I last updated you. I was on 156, I think. And now I'm on 320 because I had so much trouble sleeping last night. Poor Ethan. I think I already talked about this, didn't I? About him. I can't remember if I already talked to you. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of tired, so I can't remember if I talked to you about him accidentally. He had to fight the last Fender, how do you say it? Air. You know, the I can't think of her name right now, but anyways, and he accidentally killed her. I can't remember if I told you. That might have been after 156, but yeah, he like he was trying to like what you call it, her shoulder, and she turned, and he got her right in the throat, and when he tried to take his claws out, her head went foop. No head left. The head went off of her body. Oh my god. So he ran away, and he's with Bryce's boss, ex-boss, Jespa. How do you say her name? Oh my gosh. And no, I don't think I did tell you that. So that's what happened there. Hunt and them are finally saved. There's like a big like break. What's her name? Linda? How do you say her name? The Hind? She killed I can't remember his name. I never remember his name. But anyway, she killed one of the main bad guys. I can't remember which one it is. But anyways, and when they were escaping, she fell, and where we left off, we don't know if she's dead or alive. I'm thinking she's still alive. But anyway, so they're saved now. Bryce is now with her dad. Her sperm donor of a dad. And before that, we find out a whole bunch of stuff about like how the crown and everything came to be, and the cauldron. Oh boy, so much goes down. I'm not going to tell you everything because I want you guys to find out on your own all this stuff. You find, but Bryce, oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Bryce, Nesta, and Azrael, they found like a door, and when they went inside, they found this one person. I can't remember. I might have told you, and that's how they found out like some of the stuff. But then they went somewhere else after that, and they found this person named Vesperus, Vesperus. I'm not sure how you actually say it. Who is it? Astera? How do you say it? How do you say that word? And then she's the one that tells us about like traveling through the different worlds, and yeah. And like I said, we found out more about the cauldron because of her. Yeah, so yeah, I wrote down some certain things that I want to go back and write notes on. So those were some of the things. So yeah. So like I said, now we're back. Now she's back with her dad. I think she's up to something. I don't know what his name is. So I'll just say her sperm donor. So yeah. Okay, that's all I'm going to say because this video is going to be very long if I keep giving you guys big detailed. So I will be back later. Love you guys. Thanks for watching if you're watching. Happy Monday, everybody. I haven't read this in a couple days. Sorry, I got some on my face. The last time I updated you was Saturday. And I did read some on Saturday more, but I didn't read nothing on Sunday. I needed a break because my brain was starting to hurt. I think the last time, I don't think Bryce and Hunt were reunited last time I talked to you guys. But they got reunited. Of course, they wind up having sex, and something wacky happens, like always. And it said that their magic felt like they were made. It was made, you know, that word that they use. Like it felt like his magic went into hers, and hers went into him a little bit, something like that. So that's basically what's going on with them. They're still like, there's some tension between them two. I'm not gonna tell you why. Let's see. We found out that Hapax, how you say her name? The one that was supposed to marry Rune. We found out that she was she was overtaken, so she ain't what you call it anymore. I forget what the word is. She is the one that they were trying to get to to what you call it, the last Fender heir, whatever you want to say. I forget the girl's name again. Anyways, instead she turned her into a what do you call it? Not a zombie. I forget the word, but she turned her into something. I don't remember what it's called. And she went with something, the king, the Under King, something like that. I forget his name. But anyways, she went with him. Now they're trying to find something else to help get her. I think they're trying to use what's her name's body? The one that was killed in the last book. The one that was engaged to the one that was oh my gosh, I forgot his name. The one that was killed at the end of the last book. The one that I like. I forget his name. The one that Bryce was supposed to marry. Anyways. Yeah, her. They're trying to use her body or something. I'm not really sure. Or use her because she's I don't know exactly. I just know they want her body for some reason. Ethan and Hapaxa and Jespa, how do you say it? Oh, ooh, I almost saw something. Didn't realize I had it there. So that's what's going on with Ethan, Hapax, how do you say it, and Jespin. We find out more about her, which is really interesting. I have like little things here, like I want to go back and look at. Like I have, let me find it. About the sword, the knife. I can't remember if I told you guys about that. We learned about the sword, the knife, and how to, and more about the make and unmade, unmade, made, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, and like I said, you find out more stuff about Jespian, how do you say it? Oh, in regard to the Hind / Linda, how do you say her name? We find out that she has 2 twin boys. Of course, she has to leave them. Theron was supposed to stay on this one ship, and he jumped off with the other one, so now they got another enemy because he wasn't supposed to leave. And then he winds up marrying Flynn's sister. I guess Flynn's sister and him and also Rune. They seem like they have a history. But anyways, Morden, or how do you say his name? He was like that she had to marry one of those awful twin guys, and yeah, or that he would make her go back to where they're from, and like if they go there, they'll be killed because Flynn being considered a traitor. So yeah, and so he said. He was like, she has to marry somebody, and then Theron's like, I'll marry her. So he's now Flynn's brother-in-law, which is funny. But yeah, that's about what happened. The next time I update you guys, hopefully I will be done or almost done. I'm going to be doing a lot of reading sprints starting at 3:30, and I'm hoping to get most of this done. I'm like 56% through, so if I'm not done, I'm hoping to get where I'm at least like 100 pages away from finishing it tomorrow. So 150 at the most. Yeah, I would like to do that before I can finish it tomorrow. So we will see how that comes out. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys those updates, and I will be back either tonight or tomorrow, depending on how long I stay on sprints. It might be tomorrow before I update you again. All right, I will talk to you guys when I talk to you guys. Bye. Hi, everybody. A lot has gone down in this book. I am on 688. I'm just going to give you a condensed version. Let's see. Some of the stuff I have. I'm not going to tell you everything because I'm not spoiling every single thing. But I'll tell you that Rune's dad is dead. They killed, what is that guy's name? I forget the guy's name that they killed, but it's Connor. What's his name? Not Connor. Conrad? What is his name? You know, the one that died at the end of the second book. I can't think of his name. But anyways, his dad. They're both dead. Let's see. Bryce left her mom and her dad with Nesta, where Nesta's from. So I wonder what's going to happen there. If they're going to get to come back or if they're going to stay there, I don't know. Hunt found out about who he is. I'm not going to tell you. I think that should be for if you don't mind getting some spoilers, but you don't want all the spoilers. I'll save that for you can find out how that all goes about. If you had certain theories, if you're right or not, you can find out on your own. Let's see. Ethan killed Sabin, how do you say her name? So now, but she killed her dad. I think it was her that killed the dad. It was either her or that one guy. I can't remember his name. But anyways, and then Ethan is now the prime. Prime, or whatever you want to call it. The head, the prime, whatever it's called. Because, yeah, she killed her dad. And then, like I said, Ethan killed her. Other stuff happened, but I'm not going to go into it. But that's the really important facts. Of course, the part where we're at now, we found out that the asshole, you know, the one that Pollux or whatever his name is, I don't remember his name, took Linda, how you say her name's 2 sons. Let's see. Bryce is with, opened hell, so hell is with them now. They have the hellhounds or whatever those things are called that attacked them in the first book, I think it was. They have them, but they're controlled. You know what I mean? Like they're on their side now. And yeah, so that's about where we're at. That's about what happened. I'm sure I forgot some other interesting things, but that's the gist of it. But the part where I'm at now, Ethan is gonna go and see his brother. I'm so excited. I'll tell you guys what happens there, but I think we're gonna get why am I blanking on his name? You know, the one that Bryce was gonna get with, but he died, you know. Ethan's brother. I am blanking on his name. But yeah, I think we're gonna get him in a minute. I'm so excited. What's his name? I'm gonna find out because I know we're gonna get him. Connor, right? Yeah, we're gonna get Connor. I'm so excited. Even though he's dead, we still gonna get to see him. I'm so excited. So yeah, and I'll be back tomorrow. Sometimes when I finish this, I've been on live most of the day since like 3:30. I just got off of it, but yeah, I'm literally on 688, and there is 835 pages, so I don't have much long to go. I have this much to go, so I should be done with it sometime tomorrow. If not tonight, I might stay up most of the night just trying to finish this. I'm at least going to get to close to 700, but we're going to see what happens. I'm really scared, but so much badass crap went down. It was so cool, like how certain things came about, like how Bryce and especially I was gonna say Ethan Parker. I was just talking about him. Bryce and Rune, how they wound up killing their dad. It was so cool. But yeah, and some other stuff, like I said, went down. But I will be back sometime, hopefully tomorrow, when I finish the book, and then we will wrap everything up. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye. Hey, you guys. Hello. I'm not quite done. I'm on 778, chapter 95. Theris, or how you say his name? I forget how you say it. Basically died for all sense of purpose, and they found that antidote, and Rune took the medicine, the antidote, whatever you want to say, and it gives him healing power. So he said like heal or something like that. Kind of patched him back up. There's 3 fire sprites, and I forget who she is, like the head of the fire sprites, maybe? I don't know what she is, but that's what I call her. They showed up. Yeah, Linda's sons got taken by Pollock, or how do you say his name? And Rune trying to be a badass and try to be protective, and wound up shooting her in the leg, and then he gets captured, and she kills Pollock, how do you say it? Pollock. And it looks like something's about to happen to Bryce. Ethan just got there with the gunslinger? What's it called? The Godslinger, whatever that thing is. Because Bryce is supposed to get it, but he's not on time, and now something bad is about to happen to Bryce. So stuff is going down. And I'm also wondering if Ethan and what is her name? Oh my gosh, now I forgot her name. I forgot her name. But she's one of the girls that are in the his his group. You know what I mean. I can't think of her name right now. Perry, I think her name is Perry. I wonder if they're gonna be mated, because he was talking about some kind of scent that she has. And Rune just said that that Linda was his mate. Oh, I love it. And that's about where we're at. So I'm getting there. I am getting there. I'm getting here. Getting there. I'm getting there. So yeah, we will do some more reactions. Or more with me reading it. If anything happens, I will stop it and talk to you guys for a minute. But yeah. So let's see what's going to happen next. I will, like I said, if there's anything else to say before I finish this, I will talk. Otherwise, I'll probably go until towards the last chapter, and then whatever the last chapter or two are, I'll probably just not record it. So, but yeah, so I will record some more, and I will let you guys know, like I said, if anything I want to talk about. Okay, I'll be back. In a black hole. Bryce made a black hole where it made her and Regulus and some of his men go into a black hole to save everybody else. So now she's she's like a black hole. So let's see how she's gonna, if she's gonna come back or not. But I just wanted to give you that little update. Okay, I'll be back. Oh, I started tearing up. She went like into, Hunt went down into that black hole. What's her name? The one that he was in love with and died, like her ghost came, or whatever you're gonna say, and helped him go down into the black hole. But when by the time he brought Bryce up, it was too late. So now Apaxia said that for a trade, she could bring Bryce back to life, and Jessica offered her life in replace of Bryce's. So sad. I like Jessica. How you say her name? Why did they have to kill her? But so far, no one else has died. But she's gonna die. I like her. But anyways, I'll be back. Listen to this part, you guys. This is so sad. She goes, this place was the opposite of where, this is Bryce. She'd gone during the drop. Rather than endless chan, how do you say it? It was just light, soft, golden light, gentle and ease on the gaze. It was warm and restful, and she had nowhere else she really wanted to be except. Bryce looked behind her. More light grew in that direction. Looking for the exit, said a dry female voice. It's this way. Bryce turned, and Jessica was there. The golden light ripped and faded, and they stood upon a green hill in lush, gentle land, the land she glimpsed the day after the attack in the spring, when she believed Connor and the pack of devils had been safe and protected in the bone quarter. It was real. Quinlan? She turned to Jasmine. Are you dead? Yes. Is the others alive, though? Through this stare or not? A weary nod. Thanks to you. Bryce smiled and felt it beam through her. Good. She breathed in a lungful of sweet, fresh air, noted the tang of salt, a hint of sea nearby. Quinlan, you have to go back. Bryce angled her head. What do you mean? To life, Jaspa said, irritable as always. What else do you think? I'm here. I traded my life for yours. What? Why? Holston can fill you in on the particulars of my existence, but let's just say Jaspa walked up to her and took her hand. The Archerian's omelet isn't meant for protection against my book or against demon. It's a link to Madagard itself. I'll be back in a minute because Robin's in here. So she's telling, because Bryce is going to have to protect the book, Jaspa's telling her about the book. So she says, the amulet first belonged to the librarian priestess of Parthis, how do you say that word? Each was imbued with Madagar's intimate magic, the very oldest, the sort every world has, for those who were to look. So I think Madagard knows what you did, in whatever way a planet could be sentient. How you fled Avalon, how do you say Avalon? How do you say it? Not because you wanted to claim the land for yourself, but because you believed it was right. At Bryce's surprised expression, Jessica said, "Come, Quinlan. I know how ridiculously soft-hearted you can be." The words were dry, but her face was soft. What does that have to do with? Bryce gestured around them. All this. As thanks for what you did to Madagar, we are being allowed this trade, as it were. Bryce blinked, still not getting it. A trade? The Pythias, how do you say it? Books are yours now. Protect them, cherish them, share them with the world. How can you possibly, and why would you possibly? She goes, 100,000 humans marched at Parthos, how do you say it, to save the books, to save the century of knowledge for the austere. They all knew they wouldn't walk away. I had to run that day to protect the books. I ran for my friends and my family who fought to buy me time. Her eyes gleamed. You went into the portal today knowing you wouldn't walk away either. I can offer now what I couldn't them all those years ago. My family and friends are long gone, but I know they'll want to offer this to you as our own thanks for freeing our world. Bryce wrote. Jespia had been at Partheus when it fell. How do you say that word? And she goes, the books are yours, Jaspa said again, and so is the gallery collection. The paperwork's done. But how do you know I'd wind up? You've got one of the worst self-sacrificing streaks I've ever encountered, Jaspa said. I had a feeling intervention might be needed here today. Go home, Bryce. This will all be here when you're ready. My soul, free. The Underkeep is dead. Again, Holston will fill you in. Bryce's eyes stung. I don't understand. I was happy to give my life. Well, not happy, but willing. I know, Jespa said, and squeezed her hand. This is why I'm here. She gestured behind Bryce with a crystal doorway reminiscent of Crescent City gates. Now glowed. The angel is waiting for you, Quinlan. The angel hunt. The thing she left behind. The thing that she'd been looking for. The reason she hesitates. This will all be here when you're ready. We'll all be here when you're ready. Far out on the distance stood 7 figures. Aww. Bryce knew the shape, knew them by heights and the glow around them. She picked out Connor, standing tall at the back and standing in front, a hand uprise. Bryce began crying, and it was pure joy and love that burst from her as she lifted a hand in greeting toward Danica. Danica here, with everyone's life and loved. She heard the words on the wind, carried from her friend's soul in hers. Light it up, Bryce. And Bryce was laughing and sobbing as she yelled back across the lush plain and hills. Light it up, Danica. Wolfish laughter flowed to her, and then there was a spark of light by Danica's shoulder, and Bryce knew the fire. She blew a kiss to Liebhub. Through her tears, she turned back to Jespa. How? The second light. I took the power, but what is eternal, what is made of love, that can never be destroyed. Bryce stared at her in wonder. Jespa laughed. And this is about as sentimental as I'll ever get, even here. She gave Bryce a nudge toward the crystal archway. Live your life, Quinlan, and live it well. Bryce nodded and hugged Jespa, conveying all that was in her heart. Jespa hugged her back, first awkwardly, then wholeheartedly. As Bryce hugged her, she looked one more time towards the hill where Danica, Lieben, and Connor and the pack of devils had waved. But they were already gone, off to enjoy the wonders and peace of this place. It lifted her heart with joy to know it. So Bryce turned from Jespa, from what awaited them, all of them, and walked back towards the archway, towards life, towards Hunt. Bryce opened her eyes. There were a lot of people standing home. Most of them were crying. This, she groaned, is some, fucked up version of Continue Your Own Sailing. Okay, bye. Everybody, I finished it. Yay! So, I was so cool. I'm sad that Jespa, how you say her name, died. but she switched places with Bryce for she could live. And I love Bryce went back to get her mom and dad from the from where I always forget the name. Why do I always forget the name of where Nesta and them live? But anyways, she went there to get her mom and dad back, and we got to see oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name? We got to see Cassian. It seems like Cassian really liked Ember, however you say her name, and Randall. And they said that Randall and Rune, not Rune. What am I saying, Rune? That Randall and oh my gosh, why am I forgetting his name? And oh my gosh, what, Rice and bonded over being parents. Did I wonder if this is what's going to happen next, because Nesta was talking about like how there was an 8-pointed star tattooed on her to Bryce, and then Bryce handed the star sword to Nesta, and she goes, "You said you had a 8-pointed star tattooed on you, and you found the chamber with 8-pointed stars in the prison too." Nesta lifted her head. So I want you to take the Star Ward, how do you say it? Bryce held the blade between them. Window, whatever you call it here. The age of the starboard is over on Masgard. Madgard, how do you say it? It ends with me. And then Nesta says, "I don't understand." Then it says, but Bryce began backing towards the portal, taking Hunt's hand, and smiled again at the female, at her mate, at their world, at the northern rift began to close. "I think the 8-pointed star was tattooed on you for a reason. Take the sword and go figure out why." So is that going to be, I wonder if that's going to be the next plot for A Court of Thorn and Roses series? That'd be cool. And then everybody just, of course, the Hind Linda didn't take her kids. Of course, she kept them with who always been their parents, because she gave them away, even though she didn't have no choice. I'm not telling you why. You'll find out in the book. But yeah, and then Therian? I wonder if he's going to be mated with Ariana. How you say her name? Adriana? How you say it? She's the one that was sold as well. Because he went to go look for his wife, which is Flynn's sister, like I was saying. And it showed him and her. So I wonder if they could be mates. And I'm also wondering if Ethan and Perry are going to be mates, which I think would be cool. I like Perry. And I love Ethan. So I'm thinking one of the next books, when they do Crescent City, could be one of them. Because Rune has Linda, and he already said that she was his maid, so he ain't going to get another story. So it could be Ethan, it could be Theron, or how you say his name. I don't know. But anyways, and it ended with and I'm hoping, I don't know, was it ever said if you can have more than one mate? I can't remember, because I would love to have Braxton, or how do you say his name? The one that was Danica's mate? Baxton? I would love for him to have a story. But I don't know, I can't remember if it ever said if you could have more than one mate. But it was, if you can have more than one mate, maybe he'll get one. And I still want Flynn. Is Flynn the one which one isn't? I'm trying to remember if Flynn is, right? Flynn isn't in a relationship, right? Because he could be the he could get one too. If not, he was flirting with Perry, and Ethan didn't seem to like that very much. So, but that's about all that happened. Besides, at the end, they're talking about flying horses. Because Baxton called them like, I need help. There's flying horses everywhere. So, yeah, that is it. I don't know what I'm going to give it, you guys. Leaning, like, I really loved it, especially the last 100 pages, but I don't know if it was the last 100 pages made it a 6-star or not. Like, I cried, so that's a good incentive to give it 6 stars, but I don't know. But it was really good. I mean, look, I got all this, and then I have stuff here to go when I want to look back on stuff, certain things. But yeah, that is it. I'm sorry this reading vlog was so long. I hope if you watched it, that you loved it. And I'm sorry that it's a mess. I'm not very good at, like, explaining things, but I didn't want to spoil everything anyways. But yeah, please, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. Hit that bell icon and let me know if you... I hope that if you watch this video, you read the book, or you just don't have any, plans to read it. But let me know if you have read it. What did you think about it? What did you give it? 5, 4? Did you like it? Hated it? What did you think about the ending? I know some people didn't like the ending. I didn't mind the ending. Even though I'm really glad none of my favorites died, even though Jessica did, and I really loved her. But even though the other ones didn't die, I kind of wish they would have. And I don't like when they kill somebody but then bring them back. Like, I would have hated Bryce to die, but I don't like when they bring them back. Sometimes I feel like that's a chip off, but at the same time, I'm glad that she didn't die. So I don't know. I'm like floored on that. But let me know what you guys think if you guys read the book. Did you like that they brought her back? Would you have liked her to stay dead and maybe Hunt go with her? I don't know. Let me know. Until next time, happy readings and thanks for being awesome. And I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out of here. Bye.
I'm crossing the line again, falling on